Welcome to your Midweek Mindset Reset, a few quiet minutes to pause, breathe, and return to yourself. Wherever today finds you, you're welcome here. Let's begin. Take a slow breath in through your nose and gently exhale. Again, breathing in and letting go. Allow your shoulders to soften. Let your body settle into wherever you are right now. And for just a moment, notice what is steady. Maybe it's the chair beneath you, the floor beneath your feet, the rhythm of your breathing. You don't need everything around you to become still in order to find a little steadiness within yourself. And that's what we're talking about today, grounding through change. Change is one of the few things we can count on in life. Some changes we choose. Some we work toward for years. Some arrive unexpectedly. And even changes we've desperately wanted can leave us feeling unsettled once they actually happen. Because change asks us to leave something familiar, a routine, a role, a relationship, a way of seeing ourselves, a season of life. Sometimes we know exactly where we're going next, and sometimes we're standing somewhere between what was and what will be, without a clear picture of either. That in-between space can be uncomfortable. We may find ourselves longing for certainty, trying to figure out what's going to happen, or wishing we could simply get through the transition and arrive somewhere that feels stable again. But what if stability isn't something we have to wait for life to give us? What if some of it can come from within? One thing I want to make very clear is this. Being grounded doesn't mean change won't affect you. You can be grounded and still feel uncertain. You can be grounded and grieve what you're leaving behind. You can be grounded and feel excited one moment and frightened the next. You can even be grounded and have moments when you don't feel very grounded at all. Grounding isn't about becoming emotionally untouched by life. It's about having somewhere within yourself to return when life moves beneath your feet. That's an important distinction, because otherwise we can turn grounding into another standard we're supposed to meet. I shouldn't be this upset. I should be handling this better. I thought I'd be more grounded than this. But being affected by change doesn't mean you've lost everything you've learned. It means you're human. The practice is simply remembering how to come back. Many of us naturally look outside ourselves for stability. We feel secure when the routine is predictable, when the bills are paid, when relationships feel solid, when our plans are working, when we know what's coming next. There's nothing wrong with appreciating those things. External stability matters. But the difficulty comes when our entire sense of safety depends on life remaining exactly as it is, because eventually, something changes. And if all our stability was attached to circumstances, we can suddenly feel as though we've lost our footing. This is where inner grounding becomes so important. It's the growing realization, my circumstances can change without me abandoning myself. I can enter a new season and still carry my values with me. I can lose a familiar routine and create another. I can face uncertainty and still listen to myself. I can experience change without allowing it to decide who I am. When life is changing quickly, our attention naturally goes toward everything that's different. So one of the simplest ways to ground yourself is to intentionally notice what hasn't changed. Ask yourself, what is still true? Maybe you don't know what happens next, but you know what matters to you. Maybe your circumstances have changed, but your ability to make thoughtful choices hasn't. Maybe a chapter has ended, but everything you learned within that chapter came with you. Maybe you don't feel completely steady yet, but you're still here, still breathing, still learning, still capable of choosing your next step. Change can alter the landscape of our lives, but it doesn't erase everything we've built within ourselves. And this brings us to this week's affirmation. I remain grounded even when life changes. Take a moment and let those words settle. I remain grounded even when life changes. Notice what we're not saying. Nothing will change. We're not saying change won't be difficult. We are saying, even when things around me move, I can stay connected to myself. My grounding doesn't require perfect circumstances. My peace doesn't require knowing every answer. And my sense of self doesn't have to disappear simply because I'm entering unfamiliar territory. This week, if you find yourself navigating change, large or small, I want to give you 3 simple questions. First, what is changing? Name it honestly. Don't minimize it. Don't exaggerate it. Simply acknowledge what is different. Then ask, what is still true? What remains steady? What do you know about yourself? What values, relationships, practices, or inner resources are still available to you? And finally, what do I need in this moment? Not for the entire transition, not for the next month, not for every possible outcome, just this moment. Maybe you need information. Maybe you need rest. Maybe you need reassurance. Maybe you need to take action. Or maybe you simply need a little time to adjust. Those 3 questions, what is changing, what is still true, what do I need right now, can bring you back from the uncertainty of the whole transition into the reality of the moment you're actually living. There's one more thing I want you to remember. You don't have to rush through transition. We often want to get from the old chapter to the new one as quickly as possible. We want clarity. We want the new routine. We want to feel settled again. But the in-between has something to teach us too. It's often where we discover what we're carrying forward, what we're ready to leave behind, and who we're becoming as we move into whatever comes next. You don't have to know all of that today. You can allow yourself to be in transition. You can take your time finding your footing, and you can trust that unfamiliar does not automatically mean unsafe. Take one more slow breath with me, breathing in and gently letting it go. Feel whatever is supporting you beneath your body. Notice your breath. Notice yourself. And repeat this week's affirmation with me. I remain grounded even when life changes. Again, I remain grounded even when life changes. You don't have to hold life still in order to feel steady. You don't have to know exactly what's coming next. And you don't have to rush through the space between where you've been and where you're going. Life can change. Circumstances can change. Plans can change. And through all of it, you can continue referring to the one place you always carry with you, yourself. Thank you for sharing these few quiet minutes with me. Carry this week's affirmation gently with you, and remember, you can return to yourself whenever you need to. Until next time, take good care of yourself.